Okay, good morning everybody. Okay, so yesterday we did the update read on Suzanne Morphew. And a lot of people were saying that they wanted a Barry Morphew read. So we're going to do a read on him just to see if what we can get from him. We can maybe get, as to how he's thinking and whatnot. Just a general read on Barry Morphew regarding his wife missing. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle up these cards good. See what we can get regarding Barry Morphew. Let's see. As you guys know, lots of things had come out regarding Barry about this phone call Suzanne had. Also, regarding apparently these two vehicles. I'm not sure how much of all that is truth and what's fiction, what's rumors, what's made up. There's just so much going around. And I get some pretty weird comments, like right off the wall comments that what people think has happened in this situation. Don't get me wrong, I love other people's opinions, but when you send messages or whatever saying that you think she's joined the circus and she's working with elephants in the circus and she just doesn't want to be, just right off the wall. Like, you should see some of the emails I've got regarding this and people trying to tell me what my cards mean. These are Ancestor cards. So for those out there that have been sending me these emails, these are Ancestors cards, okay? These aren't like a general, normal tarot card, okay? These are Ancestor cards, and these cards are connected to me personally in some way, shape, or form, okay? And I'm seeing here that a lot of my cards are turned around, so... But these cards are connected with me personally. They were made for me by a very nice gentleman that made these cards for me. And they're not really, I interpret them the way my ancestors come through to me on how to interpret them, okay? They're not like the tarot. They're not, how can I explain this? They're not like a one-size-fit-all. A certain card means a certain thing across the board, okay? These are very different cards, and they are connected to the reader, okay? And my ancestors who have passed help me interpret what they mean by each card, okay? So when I get somebody, say I get the missing card, or let's say the rain card. I had one person email me saying, well, it just means that the day that this happens, it was raining. No, this card means so much more. It's not necessarily about the word or the picture. It's about the things that go with this. And to me, when it rains, it's a change of plans. Okay? So, like, and I think I said this in one of my other videos, you're planning this big picnic on the beach and a beach day, and all of a sudden it starts thundering and raining. that's a change. You got to change your plans. You can't go to the beach in the pouring down and lightning and everything else. So change your plans. So these cards are specifically made for me with meanings that either have to do with my ancestors that have passed or things that my ancestors are going to use to guide me towards the proper answer in the situation, okay? And in the read. So, like I said, they're not like a tarot card where, you know, there's no book for these cards. You don't go in a book and to know what the card is. The same card could mean if somebody else has a deck like this made for them, certain cards will mean different things to them. Like the past, if they have a past card, the past may not mean the same thing to them as it means to me. They're specific to the reader. That's why they're called Ancestor Cards, and that's why generally I get a lot of people asking me where they can buy these. These are made for you and specifically for you as the reader, okay? Because they connect with you from situations that have happened either with yourself or your ancestors, okay? So that being said, let's get into this and let's find out what we can regarding Barry. Now, this isn't going to be like the normal read that I do, well, the normal spread. My normal spread is generally for connecting with people who have passed, and so this setup is going to be a little bit different because I'm asking my ancestors to give me information regarding Barry, okay? What he's up to, what he did he kill his wife, like, so it's going to be a different spread. Okay, so I'm asking my ancestors to connect with the spirit guides, to give us information regarding Barry Morphew. His wife is missing, presumed dead. Did he have stuff to do with that? Did he do it? Did he bury her? Give us any information that you can. This is what I'm asking from my spirit guides, my guardian angels. Oops. Okay, you guys, you know, those cards. Asking also to connect with maybe Suzanne and her guardian angel spirit guides. Maybe she can help to bring out some cards regarding her husband, Barry. We want to know about Barry. So I'm going to need a lot of help from my spirit guides, my guardian angels, to bring out the information regarding Barry Morphew and his wife. Okay, so if you guys have seen my prior reads, and don't forget, this is on Barry Morphew, okay? Regarding Barry, did he kill his wife? Did he have anything to do with it? Just the overall on what Barry's up to, what Barry's done, what Barry did, anything Barry, okay? To see if we can gain some more insight as to whether he was connected with the disappearance or anything of his wife, okay? Okay. So, regarding Barry, okay? We get the Between Worlds card, okay? And these are, we want to know about Barry. So this has to everything Barry, okay? So they're saying that he had double standards, lived a double life, you know, like undecided in a lot of things. So this tells us a lot about Barry, okay? This tells us he had double standards and he was living a double life, okay? And you see these? See how these are connecting? These are connecting? Okay, we're going to finish off with Barry's main thing here. And they're talking about his character, okay? So when this comes out with the between worlds, this is all Barry. They're talking about his character and this between worlds. The double standards, living a double life, okay? Then we go here, okay? So this is Barry, and now expanding out, this is, we're going to talk about loved ones close to him, like his family, his wife, his kids, whatever. Okay, this is going to be Barry. And this, crosswise, is his extended, okay? Could be wife, kids, parents, in-laws, whatever. And they talk about an illness, and I believe that this is Suzanne, okay? They're talking about Suzanne's illness. Do you remember just the read I just did yesterday on Suzanne, okay? About her illness and her beating her cancer, okay? And this talks about she's in a grave. And don't forget, this has everything that comes out in this read is regarding Barry. So this is telling me again that it had something to do with this illness, and this is why she's now dead, okay? Rest in peace, in a grave, covered up, okay? And it has to do with Barry, okay? And I still believe it's because she finally beat this cancer again. Well, didn't beat it, but, you know, went into remission or whatever, but beat cancer for the second time. And I think he was hoping that didn't happen. I think he was hoping, and this is only in my opinion, I think he was hoping that she didn't make it this time with this cancer bout. Okay? And because she was cleared again, he had to change his plans, and he ended up killing her. Okay? But we're going to go in for clarification on all this. And don't forget, those cards that popped out are things that my ancestors are saying may not come out in the shuffling. Okay? So they want to make sure that is brought to light too. So this is just bringing to light everything Barry. Okay? So this is Barry this way. This way is regarding the people around him. And I believe this is Suzanne, and I believe he killed her. Okay, and this is going to be interesting. Ancestors to bring out information regarding Barry Morphew. I dropped those, you guys, so information regarding Barry Morphew. See ancestors bringing information regarding Barry Morphew surrounded with his wife. What's going on now with him? Is he hiding stuff? What's he doing? Okay, so here we go again. With this between worlds. Now this is Barry. Don't forget, Barry. This is all regarding him, describing him. This is about the people around him, what he's done with them. Okay? Don't forget this between worlds. Okay? Double standards, living a double life, undecided. And the drinking problem. Now, don't forget, to me this drinking problem can mean a few different things. It could be somebody with a drinking problem, a drug problem, or doing things to excess. I believe in this. He was doing things to excess. I think he had a lot of things on his plate that he was trying to fandangle and juggle. Okay? And here it is again. His character with the gossip. To me, this is telling me that he's making up things. He's making up stories. He's changing it as it goes to suit the timeline, to suit the scene, to suit investigators. This is within his character, okay? This tells me that he is, what he says and does is constantly changing. You see this? Undecided. Things to excess. He's going to keep changing the plot. He's going to keep changing the theories. He's going to keep changing things that he knows, doesn't know. He's going to keep changing people's minds. Things just keep changing, and he's changing these things to suit new information that comes out, things that are found. He's trying to keep the narrative that he wants, okay? And anything outside of what he wants people to think happen, or what people see, he wants to change their thoughts and their perception on that. So he's starting gossip. He throws in things like you seen in that video with Tyson Draper. Well, here he throws in about the being kidnapped, about the bike, about the mountain lion. He keeps throwing things out there to keep things so jumbled that he thinks that he's keeping people from seeing the truth. And he has to keep changing their narrative every time something new comes out or he hears something new, and he's got to try and cover that up, you know what I mean? Because the grave is not only covering up Suzanne, it's covering up truths, okay? And here's the trickster. He's a trickster. He's going to play jokes. He's going to play tricks. He's going to do whatever he has to do to try and trick people into believing his narrative, his theories, okay? A trickster tries to get you to think things that aren't true. A trickster does things to change the way things are seen, or tries to, okay? And this is all part of his character, okay? And the sorry card. Now I know I'm going to get emails again. I see it coming. People are going to say that this is Suzanne saying sorry. No, this is about Barry. He's sorry she didn't die of this illness, because then he had to take things into his own hands, okay? This is all about Barry and how he's thinking, what he's doing, okay? People are going to pop up across here, okay, that either have to do with him or his extended. But this is all about Barry. He's sorry that this illness didn't take her life because he had to end up killing her, okay? And he went about it really, I don't even want to say what I'm seeing, but it wasn't pretty, okay? Like I can just imagine when, and this is in my opinion, people, I keep getting flashes of the horror and the look on her face when he did this, okay? I keep getting that look of horror. I keep her face keeps flashing, like I keep seeing her face, flashes of her face and the horror looking on her face. Okay. Asking the ancestors come up with the information regarding Barry Morphew. All about Barry, surrounding his missing wife. The ancestors to give us information to help us understand what's going on with Barry and his missing wife. Okay. See this? Take a look at these cards, okay? And if you can go back to yesterday's read with Suzanne, okay? We've asked the ancestors to bring out things regarding Barry Morphew with his wife being missing. Barry, we're not concentrating on, I can't say not concentrating on Suzanne, but I want you to understand that the focus of this read is Barry, his involvement with it, or him not being involved, what he's thinking, what he's doing, what he did surrounding what happened to Suzanne. This is about Barry. And then look at the cards that are coming out, okay? regarding Barry. And you are going to see a lot of these cards in Suzanne's read. This tells me he was the one that did something to Suzanne. Okay? The cards are matching from this read on Barry to Suzanne's read. Okay? So we know this is Barry. Okay? And this is his interactions with his family. Okay? Family and people close to him. Between worlds. Okay? Double standards. Living a double life. Undecided in things. Drinking problem. This could be drinking problem, drug problem. I believe it's doing things to excess. And here's the mask. He hides behind a mask. He's one way in public, one way at home. Okay? Now, they talked about his character. I explained this, how he's spreading all these different theories and stories and variables to cover what he's done. Suzanne was very unsafe, and he is unsafe right now. Okay? This just doesn't just tell me that Suzanne was unsafe with him. He is a very unstable person right now, and he is unsafe. He is a ticking time bomb. Don't forget, this is about Barry. Okay? So, we've already talked about this. This is Suzanne. This is his wife. And they're talking about her illness. The sorry card came out next. This is not about Suzanne, okay? Suzanne is going to be in this read because Suzanne is part of his life, is part of his close family. It's his wife. He's sorry she did not pass from this illness. We're asking about Barry. Don't forget that. Keep that in mind throughout this reading. We are asking about what Barry's thinking, his thoughts, his involvement, etc. about Barry. Suzanne is going to come out in this because he did things to her. He's a snake. He was a snake in this situation too. He's not sorry that, he's not sorry about what happened, but he's also sorry that she didn't die from that illness. Because I think he was banking on that. And he was a snake about it. Okay? So I think leading up, I'm thinking the last little while that she was fighting the cancer the second time, he went into this mode, okay? The mask. Pretending to be, this loving, caring husband to help her get through this, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he was hiding behind a mask. He had a hidden agenda. He was secretly hoping, okay, that she died from this illness. And he's sorry that she didn't. Because then he became the snake. The snake and trickster are very similar. And this is his character, guys. So this snake found another way to do it. Okay? He neglected to protect her. He neglected to keep her safe. He neglected all his vows. He neglected human life. That's what Barry did. And this here, his character, told you about the gossip. I don't want to get into the long explanation again. This is not just things that are being said. This is his narrative, okay? And what he's done to try and cover his tracks. Suzanne was unsafe then, when all this was happening. That's why she ended up dead. And he's an unsafe person right now. This is about Barry. He is unsafe. He is a ticking time bomb. Yes, he is. Okay? I'm just looking here to see what I'm drawn to, you guys. Because, this tells the story. Okay? This is Barry. This is him. This is his character. This is Barry. This is his extended and what any involvements, things like that he had to do. It talks about what interactions, whatever. that he's had to do with generally his immediate family. And I think his kids are unsafe. Get some clarification on this unsafe with Barry Morphew. Why did the unsafe card come out? We know that Suzanne was unsafe. Why is it out now? Can you give us some information on why? Clarification on why the ancestors are saying that he is unsafe now. Just clarification on why the unsafe card is there. On why that unsafe card is there regarding Barry Morphew. Is he still a risk to others? Or are we just talking about? So I'm getting unsafe, and I'm getting something about at a distance. Okay, and I think this is he's keeping people at a distance. Or this is telling me, I asked for a reason why. Why is this card unsafe? When I got the card before this, I felt like he was a ticking time bomb. Okay, so I asked for clarification on this card. And I'm seeing that people need to stay away from him. People need to keep their distance. He's unsafe to be around. He's a ticking time bomb. I'm seeing people need to keep a distance. That's what's coming out. Okay, and I know all kinds of people are going to say, no, 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 this is about that. No, this is what the card means. And like I said, people can interpret my cards any way they want on what they think they mean. My ancestors, these are my ancestor cards. Anybody can make an ancestor deck for themselves or have somebody make it for them like I did. My cards tell me specific things for reasons, okay? So when I asked about why is this unsafe card, okay, I already spoke about he's a ticking time bomb. Suzanne was unsafe around him once she beat this illness. Obviously, because he killed her. But he's still unsafe, people. He's still unsafe. He's a ticking time bomb. So when I asked, why is this unsafe card here? What does it mean? What's it telling us about Barry? And it tells me people need to keep their distance from him. In other readings, like you've seen me, this could mean somebody's at a distance. Somebody came from a distance. I asked my ancestor specifically to tell me why this unsafe card came out with Barry, for Barry. This is Barry. This is his extended. People need to keep their distance from this guy. He's not safe. He's a ticking time bomb. Okay? Now we're going to go into these. These are the ones that I haven't seen them. As you guys seen, I put them right there as soon as they popped out. I will flip them over one by one. I'm going to start from the bottom because these are the first cards on the bottom that came out. These are cards that flew out of the deck that I believe my ancestors want me to include in this because they weren't going to come out in this read. So the first one was control. There you go. We know Barry was a control freak. He feels the need to have to control everything that is happening from the time Suzanne was reported missing to now. Okay? His own narrative. I spoke about this at the beginning of the reading. This is his character. He needs to be in control. Second card, justice. Now, I'm feeling when as soon as this card turned over, there's going to be justice. He's going to be charged. He's going to be caught. Okay, number one. But as soon as this card came out, after the control card, these two cards popped out together. He's trying to control what's going to happen with justice. He's trying to control the narrative. But justice is coming for Mr. Barry Morphew. He's going to be caught. Now these last 3 cards also, the first 2 cards popped out together, then these 3 cards popped out together. Let's turn them over. Deep feelings. Okay? This talks about deep, deep feelings. This also could talk about cleaning stuff up. Okay? You use water to clean things. But it also talks about deep feelings. So I believe this is him trying to cover up not only others' feelings, but he's trying to clean things up. He's trying to make it all pretty. He's trying to make it... See with this gossip and this mask? He's trying to make everybody believe what he wants them to believe. Okay? He's playing on people's feelings. Okay? This is the next one. Goodbye. Okay? Now don't forget, this is about Barry. And I said this in my read on Suzanne yesterday, and I've said it in the comments before this read. This goodbye is Barry. He's not only saying goodbye to Suzanne. This is a goodbye. I'm going to put the other card right here, guys. This goodbye is saying goodbye to the physical world. Okay? These are stars outside in the dark sky. He's going up. This is a goodbye to the physical world. He not only said goodbye with Suzanne, but killing her. This tells me, okay, see how it's going to be right beside the justice, okay? We got the control, we got the justice. We go this way, we go this way, okay? And the next one's going to go back up here, which means so it's going to fit in here. I don't know what it is yet, but it's going to fit in. This is telling me that when they come for justice for Barry, I really do, like I said in my read yesterday, if he knows they're coming for him to arrest him, he's going to commit suicide. He's going to kill himself. Okay? I don't think that Barry's going to do too well with having no control over his life anymore. If he's arrested and he's put in jail, he lives under somebody else's control, and that's not Barry. Okay? That's not how Barry lives. Barry is the one that's always in control. And he's made that perfectly clear. He wants to control everything. He wants to control how people think. He wanted to control how people died. And he wants to control what's said, what's out there, their narrative, the theories. He wants to control everything. When he loses control of that, and when they come for justice, this is telling me he is going to say goodbye to the physical world. I think he's going to commit suicide. He's going to kill himself. He's not going to be able to live with people knowing the truth. Because so far right now, he's thinking that, well, they haven't arrested me. They haven't said I'm a person of interest. So I'm not a suspect. Little does he know, justice is coming for him and he can't control that. Okay? He needs to be in control of everything. That's why he wears different masks. That's why he's between worlds. The double standards, the double life. Okay? And he does things to excess. He does them to the point that he feels he needs to do them to, and he justifies that. Okay? And down here when we got, he's unsafe. Right now, he's teetering. I believe he is teetering. So, I hope you guys remembered this video and go back and watch it once he's arrested. Because he's unsafe right now. He's unsafe to himself and he's unsafe to the people around him. He's a ticking time bomb and people need to keep their distance from him. Okay? But he's gonna commit suicide. There's the crow. Sorry, Barry. Okay? Now, generally, when this card comes out in a read, I'm usually reading somebody who's passed. I'm reading Barry. Okay? The crow is coming to tell us about revenge and about evil people. Okay? The crow is telling us he's evil. But you know what? Justice is coming for revenge. It's here. The cards said it all. And I really do believe that he is going to commit suicide because he can't lose this control. Going to jail for Barry is not an option, okay? See this crow? That's the justice coming for revenge on Barry. I usually don't like seeing the crow, but in this instance, it tells me about the evil person. He's evil. Don't forget, this whole read is Barry. Evil. The crow comes to warn us of evil people. Also comes to warn us about revenge. And justice is coming for revenge for Suzanne's death. Okay? He is unsafe. I can't stress this enough. He's a ticking time bomb, and people need to keep their distance because I think things are going to start happening. And I'm going to say that, you guys, because I think that Suzanne's family finally releasing some information. I think that it's law enforcement that told them or asked them and specifically told them what they could say and what they didn't want. Not what they could, because freedom of speech, they could say whatever they want. But I think they're working with the law enforcement, whereas Barry's not. And they're trying to work with law enforcement to push out certain things, little bits at a time, to try and get him to do something, to slip up. Little bits at a time, okay? I've seen law enforcement work in this way before. And yes, I'm aggravated too that a lot of things haven't come out, haven't been shared. I think there's tons that law enforcement has, but they're waiting for that last little bit, okay? And I think they're keeping it secret because they want him alive. They don't want him dead. They want to get him alive. They want to be able to throw those cuffs on him and take him into custody. And he's going to take the easy way out, and I don't think it's going to be pretty, and I don't think it's going to be, he may try and shoot back at law enforcement. I don't know. But it keeps telling me, go back, make sure they know. He's unsafe. He's a ticking time bomb, and people need to keep their distance from this guy. And he wears a mask. Right now, he's showing in public, oh, he's fine. He's doing these workouts and these push-up challenges and blah, blah, blah. I'm fine. I've got nothing to worry about. He's hiding behind a mask because that's not what's going on inside him. He's losing control, and he knows it. And this is why he's doing these things, people. He's going out and doing these things, so he's trying to make everybody think that, you know, he's just trying to live as normal as he can. No, he's doing these things. He's got an agenda. I said that at the beginning. It's his character. Okay? He's doing things like those workouts, blah, 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 to distract also. The crow's coming. The crow's telling us you're evil, Barry. And the crow's coming for revenge. And that's his justice. You can try and clean it up as much as you want and wash things away as much as you want. And that's broad. That includes a lot of things. You can try and clean it up and wash it away, but it ain't going to happen. I just hope that law enforcement gets him before he does this, because saying goodbye to the physical world, don't forget, this is all about Barry. His thoughts, his dealings, what he's done since his wife went missing. This is all about Barry. And I see him saying goodbye to the physical world. So they got to get him before he does that. Okay? And that's another reason why I think Ellie is keeping this hush-hush, is because they don't want him to commit suicide. They want answers. Okay? And even with him being arrested, I don't think he's ever going to give up. Why? I don't think he is. And he's not going to be able to face his family, his kids. I think he's buying up this property stuff and building his mother a house, blah, blah, blah. And I think he's going to put stuff in his mom's name, maybe, or somebody else that he totally trusts. I think he's doing this for the money. I don't like to say this, but I think he's doing it all the money that's there, he's trying to put it places that he can put in other people's names. I think he will leave a little bit there for his daughters, but if he transfers stuff into other people's names, the daughters aren't going to have a claim on it, right? He's unsafe. He's a ticking time bomb and people need to keep their distance. Okay? So that's my read on Barry Morphew. I hope you guys find this interesting, and please just remember this is on Barry. I want to thank everybody for the super chats yesterday, the PayPal. Okay, I got notification actually of PayPal today. A few of you have sent in some PayPal donations too. I really appreciate that. If anybody would like to help support my channel, help me be able to keep doing stuff like this, you can donate through my PayPal also. That PayPal link is in the description of all my videos, okay? So like I said, I would like to thank everybody for all those donations that came in yesterday. It's really appreciated, and it's helping me out a lot, and it helps bring more reads like this. I'm also, I think, going to do another open session for my Angels of Truth, that you guys can come in and do some personal questions and answers, or a card pull. I can use the pendulum and pulls from my card decks, but there will be more information on that coming too. Okay, so I ask you, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell and check all, so you get notifications of everything that I put up, including lives, uploaded videos, and posts where I state what's upcoming. You'll get all those notifications if you hit the all button. And if you haven't done so already, you can share these out, please, on your social medias, on Twitter, on, I think there's Instagram, Facebook. Share this out where you can, okay? Because that helps also with bringing awareness to people that may not come on YouTube, okay? So share this out too where you can. Okay, until next time, you guys, please take care of yourselves and stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.